All the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais. Today, I'm here basically to speak about, business strategies and how and the social impact and how they are interdependent on each other. And basically, this entire, event today is on sustainable development. I, being in the police department, it is very important to realize that we cannot work in isolation and that police department is also a part of the society and we have to work in collaboration with all the other stakeholders which are there in the society. And, if you all have had any kind of link or had any touch with the police department, you will have your own stories, maybe positive ones, maybe negative ones. But I think, we have come a long way. And when we talk normally of the police department, one tends to think about all the negativity that you normally see about the police in the films. But I think, that is a kind of a past, and there's a lot of change that is coming up in the police department also. Normally, when we talk about police, we think it is as a legacy of the, Britishers, what was left of the Britishers, more of subordination, control. But I think we need to realize, and we have started realizing in the police, that policing is more service-oriented. And we are working towards that. And also, we are ensuring that, corporates like you help us in realizing those goals also. There's a lot of gender sensitization classes going on among our constables and the other officers. There's a lot of talk about how we can serve you better. Now, normally, when in 2017 there was, the best quality of living, the city with the best quality of living, and Hyderabad came up first. This time, Pune has taken that place. Now, when we talk about the quality of living, one of the very important parameters for measuring the quality is the safety standards. And those safety standards, again, let me tell you, cannot come only depending on the police. There's a lot of collaborative efforts which are required. And here I would also like to quote Mr. Albert Einstein saying that the evil, whoever sees something and does not report is doing as much harm. So when you see something and you do not report it, you are doing as much harm to the society as much as the person who is actually doing it. So that collaborative effort is very important. We need the society, we need the stakeholders in order to go forward. In this regard also, I would like to talk about the CSR, the corporate social responsibility, which in fact our Prime Minister also has spoken about. 2% of the profits of any corporate should be given for social responsibility, for ensuring that the society is better. We in the police also have taken a lot of initiatives to ensure that people are safe, especially women who constitute 50% of our population. If these women are not able to go to their places of work confidently, safely, you think our country can progress in any manner? I think we need to think about it, and that is the reason there are a lot of initiatives from the police side, from the community side also, which are taking place and which we are ensuring that 50% of the population also contributes to the development or the progress of the country. For that matter, we have made these she teams. Many of you would have heard about it. It is specially for those women who want to go about doing their duties confidently and safely. These she teams are basically teams of police personnel who are incognito, and let me tell you, they are evidence-based. We go into the community, and whenever such an incident is taking place, they record it on their video cameras, the discrete video cameras, and that is used later on to act as evidence when we produce the person before the magistrate. This has got a lot of support from NGOs, from other civil societies. We have, and our main aim is not punishment. Earlier, when we were nabbing these youngsters, some of them as, young as 15 years, 16 years, we felt that they need to be counseled. They need to improve, they need to reform. And that is why earlier, when we started she teams, we were the ones who were counseling as police personnel. But then we realized we are not professional counselors. So we roped in the psychologists, and they started counseling these young boys. Our intention was not punishment. Our intention was to change their behavior. Earlier in 2015, when we had started she teams, there were 80% of the people whom we caught were minors, below 18 years of age. Today, in 2018, when we see the statistics, it has come down to 20%. I think, that collaboration, together when we work towards a goal, it helps. It helps a lot. And these counseling sessions also, let me tell you, were very, very, they were crying and they were saying that we didn't know that this was wrong. It's our upbringing, the way we bring up our boys, which is very important. Today, what is she teams is also in the curriculum of the Telangana State Board, so that every girl child, every boy child knows that there is something by which they can approach, and how they can approach is also there in that. We are trying to change, and we have a lot of people who have come forward to help us in creating awareness. Today, every college and every school has a representative of she teams so that they can approach us as quickly as possible. Not only that, we also have this thing called Bharosa Center. When she teams are working towards a proactive approach, as a preventive approach, Bharosa centers are those centers which take care of women and children who are already victims of violence. And here, let me tell you again, a collaborative approach. We have all the departments, we have the NGOs, we have all the psychologists, the legal judiciary, everybody under one roof. The concept of Bharosa is to ensure that the woman or the child who is already a victim of very severe kind of violence, be it a rape case or be it a child sexual abuse, feels comfortable when they come into the Bharosa Center. And this is a world-class center which has been, the infrastructure has been developed by the police department, but the recurring expenditure is given by the Women and Child Welfare Department. When we started it in Hyderabad, it was a very good success. We are now planning to replicate it across Telangana state, across each district. And for that, the government cannot all the time help us and support us as far as such structures are concerned. That is why we made this Bharosa as a society for the development of safety of women and children. Society so that we can be financially independent, we can get the CSR from corporates, from other institutions. Today, people have come forward and they are taking up every district. One person has taken up, one organization has taken up Nalgonda, another is taking up Suryapet, Mehboob Nagar, and so forth. CSR is important to us. And if we want to give that kind of service, Sir was talking about technology, we need the funds. And for that, we need the cooperation of the other stakeholders, of the corporates, of people like you. Today, we have 96% satisfaction levels among the victims who approach Bharosa. After a lot of, there is the concept of Bharosa, I'll just tell you in short, briefly. We have the psychologists, we have the legal advisors, we have the police personnel, we have, the doctors, all under one roof. When a rape case or a child sexual abuse is reported in the police station, there are 3 mandatory provisions that have to be fulfilled. One is the child or the woman has to be taken to the police station, the hospital, because medical examination has to be taken place. We have cut down that. We have got the doctors in Bharosa Center, so they need not be taken to the hospital. Second is the statement to be recorded by the police officer. For that, the victim had to be taken to the police station. How many of you actually want to go to the police station without any fault of yours? Nobody wants to. Though I would request you to go. Today, the police stations are much better. But generally, as a victim, it's very traumatic. She's already under trauma, a child. We have a lady police officer sitting in Bharosa Center in mufti, not in uniform, so that the child is not intimidated. And that officer records the statement of the child or the woman. So, police station is also cut off. And mind you, these Bharosa centers are not in the police station. It is in an independent office. Next is statement recorded by the magistrate. For that, the victim had to be taken to the court. How many of you want to go to the court? Even as a police officer, I kind of feel very uncomfortable in going to the court. Think about the trauma that that victim would feel in going to the court just to get the statement recorded. We have cut down that, and we are using technology. We are ensuring that that statement is recorded through video conferencing. The child or the woman victim sits in Bharosa Center, and we only have established the video linkage to the court, and the statement is recorded through video conferencing facility. All this is being done only to ensure that the victim feels comfortable. We have gone a step forward. And let me tell you, it was all not so easy to get all these things done. We had to actually run around a lot. Next is, once we were having a stakeholders conference, and we requested the Metropolitan Sessions Judge to come and address us. She said that you're doing very good work in Bharosa Center. Why can't we also have the court? Because ultimately they have to go to the court. The victims have to go to the court in order to depose. What do we do about it? So she said, why can't we get the court also in Bharosa? That was something very new to us because it has never happened in the history. And we immediately shot up a letter to the Metropolitan Sessions Judge. She approached the High Court, and today we have a beautiful, world-class, child-friendly court, one of its kind in the country, where the child can sit and the court happens, and it is totally as per the Supreme Court guidelines. Today, there is also a video linkage also in that court, so that if a child does not want to go in front of the judge also, there is a provision whereby the child can depose through video conferencing. All this is possible through technology, through the work of all the stakeholders together. We have to work together in order to grow forward. Sustainable development is nothing but working towards a more brighter future. From the police side also, we are changing. There's a lot of change that is required. I cannot say we are 100% perfect. No, we have to change. And we are changing through your help also. All our police personnel are being trained on or sensitized in gender sensitization. We are trying to help. And also, there is a Safe City project under the Nirbhaya Fund which is coming, and through the help of the GHMC and transport departments, we will be having these, ensuring that there is safety as far as lightings are concerned, there's safety as far as, police presence is concerned, there's safety as far as our accessibility is concerned. So there's a lot to be done, and I'm sure with the help of all of you, we can have a more sustainable kind of development, especially as far as safety and security of the citizens are also concerned. So I really thank everyone for giving me this opportunity to talk to all of you, and wish you all the best. Thank you so much.